Attention, all proud warriors.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Saio, and I am finally back with more Dragon Ball Xenoverse content for you. And today, we are hopping in to the newly shown trailer for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Can you believe it? What a time to be alive. Someone at Bandai Namco was really on the chopping block for that leak. If you know, you know. We will be addressing the long-awaited, infamous Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Expectations were initially low for me when the first teaser trailer dropped. The community only has so many theories on what this mystery game was, but it looks like we don't have to theory craft any longer, guys. We are finally here. With Xenoverse 3 being forecasted for 2027, it looks like the leaks from forever ago were right as well. I don't know if you guys even paid attention a couple years ago. They already leaked out Xenoverse 3 was coming. This was definitely inevitable. It was coming down the pipeline, and we just were too naive to believe it. They already showed every other game on that list. I'll probably provide a screenshot on this exact video. But man, just look at this trailer. We are finally eating good in the world of Dragon Ball gaming. No shots at Sparking. I like Sparking. Sparking is his own thing. I'm not going to drag down anything about Sparking right now. But Xenoverse 3? I'm sorry. That game takes the cake. It's only now that Sparking's getting better. But I digress. We are finally eating good over here in the world of Dragon Ball gaming. For those people who never experienced Xenoverse 1 or 2, you missed out on a good era of gaming. Gaming now is so different. I'm not going to give Dips too much credit because they do certain things, but I can say that Xenoverse 2, which is my first Xenoverse, had exposed me to what anime gaming as a whole could feel like, and how over time, over the past 10 years, especially with this game, you can evolve your platform, your franchise, and make it something that people will remember and rejoice. And especially with modern day gaming, which suffers from so many different opinions from consumers and us alike, you know. But a couple things in this trailer stuck out to me, especially where they seemingly confirmed 2 new races. I don't know. It seems like they did with demons and androids. That's something that people have been wanting for a long time. They wanted new races since the beginning of Xeno 2, basically, in 1. I'm pretty sure even in Xenoverse 1, because Dragon Ball isn't anything old by any means. So, you know, if you play Xenoverse, you make a character, and people tend to make stories of this character, so people were making like demon races and android races technically without their help. And I can imagine the mod team helped as well if you're on PC. But it creates this big open question, but what does that mean for the future? Now that this is back on the table, this beast of a franchise, and it is making its ascension back to the throne of anime gaming. Let's be honest, like Xenoverse did a hell of a good job for the last 10 years with consistent updates, and people have very fond memories. And I know it was that good because it was just #1 trending on YouTube as of yesterday of this recording. This game really had a good effect on a lot of people, and if you have never played Xenoverse, you should give Xenoverse 2 a chance. It's a lot of things they're still doing. We got a whole year before the game come out, so if you want to get to know the world for what it is, you never played it, by all means give it a shot. Last time I checked, it was on sale as of right now. If you have Xbox Game Pass, whether it's PC or on the Xbox itself, you can play it as well. So don't miss out your opportunity. Get to know the game, get familiar what the world is, and trust me, I'm not going to lead you down the wrong path here. They try to put the wool over our eyes, you know. They try to make it seem like this game was never coming. But we knew. It's good to finally see it. But since this world isn't pulling a cruel trick on us, I have a short list of expectations. I don't want to drag it out. It's kind of my usual expectations, even for Xenoverse 2. I would love to see this Xenoverse 2 if they were to do it. But we're getting third game, so it don't matter. First up on my short list is crossplay. That should be at everybody's top of the list with this community in the game. I feel like this community will thrive so well under crossplay. Forget the PvP. This is the PvE by itself. So parallel quests, raid battles, expert missions, whatever, you know, anything that they put in where you can play with people, you should have the option of having crossplay. Now, if you don't want crossplay, of course, let's just have the option there. But this should not be a negotiable. I feel like Bandai, Dimps, PlayStation, Xbox, even Nintendo, at some point, should get in a room and just hash out whatever problem they have and just make this happen. Should be easy and no-brainer for this franchise. Second on my list is better consistent updates. One of the biggest updates that came to Xenoverse 2 was when they decided to finally nerf and buff all the janky moves like fake death, or even change issues where you would fall out of certain moves after a knockback. Like Super Explosive Way, I think, had a problem with people falling out. It's a bunch of moves, man. Even Kamehamehas, like different versions of Kamehamehas was not, you know, the moves that they are now, where if they hit you, you're taking that damage. That's easy damage now. So what I expect out of Xenoverse 3 and Dimps is a better track record when it comes to adjusting the game. Do I want them to change everything and take everything out the game and gut the game? No. But I want calculated decisions. Okay? I want y'all to test things. You got like a year. Test your game and make sure, you know, everything connects as intended. I don't want you guys to flip flop and change one thing and revert the change. We don't need to do that. So take your time. You know what you will have to adjust by the time the game comes out. Just have a good patch coming, you know? Have people play test these things. We want to enjoy the game for what it's worth. We don't want to talk bad about the game. We already done that long enough for Xenoverse 2, but oddly enough, we still sat around and played the game. You know, I still jumped in, even though I'm not as consistent playing Xenoverse 2. I still jump in and enjoy the game for what it is, especially since that initial update. But we don't want you to take forever. Don't take over almost a year after the cycle of DLC decided to drop, and you guys decide, hey, let's actually fix every problem in the game. We don't want that. Consistent, thought out, fast updates. Third on the list, better animations, man. These modders been killing y'all. That revamp team for Xenoverse 2 Dimps, they've been killing y'all. I'm not gonna lie, even with Sparking has the same problem. Even though Sparking is already, their developers pretty good at making a game look really, really nice. Not saying Dimps isn't either, because they did a pretty good job for what they had over the past 10 years. But I shouldn't have to look to a modder to enjoy the game more than what you guys provide. You know, this is you guys' job to. I ain't trying to say it's easy or hard. I'm not here yet. This is not my place. But as a consumer, my expectations are pretty high for this game. It should feel like we step into the sequel. We should see our hair and our CACs rise up when we transform, whether it's base form or not. It should be really good charging animations. It should be moves that do very dynamic close-ups and have the camera panning left and right. It should feel like this is a next-gen game, unlike the previous game, which is on the old consoles. It was just ported over to new consoles. So we're finally getting a spiritual successor in new gen for this game. So I don't want you guys holding back. Say and Tell seemed to be in the game just by, you know, the one character we see in the trailer. We don't know for sure, but if it is in the game, then we want our characters' tails to move. We want the physics to be there, just like with Frieza racing their tail. It feels like they could have done that. I'm pretty sure they did all that in Breakers, which is their testing ground game. I've always said that about Breakers. So if you guys are doing that in other games, just port it over to Xenoverse 3, man. Like, we don't, you know, it shouldn't be too complicated at this point. You guys been testing these things, okay? 4 for my list, okay? We only got 5 things, okay? I'll probably have a bigger list at some point, the more I talk about this stuff. Netcode, man. That it's kind of paired with better consistent updates, but netcode is more so a baseline where that's where 2 players or even like a lobby come together and how we interact with one another based off our individual connections. I don't know what system what you guys would bring in. I'm not too much of a fan of the delay-based netcode, so if you guys could figure out a way to bridge that gap where we can play with one another without having issues where combos aren't landing, my hit shouldn't be flying through people because their connection is dog water and they decide not to plug into the router, and then next you know we're clashing. You know what I'm talking about. He plays Xenoverse 2, okay? Like if the connection's crap, then you're not gonna have a good time. You gotta play accordingly to how they play. They could be lagging around the screen. You know, this is a day and age where we can have smoother playing experiences. And I'm not saying I'm a developer and I know how it works, but I feel like you guys been doing this long enough where they can make their playing experience really good. And that's probably like the most important thing on this list to me. So you guys, you know what you're doing. One of the problems with netcode I've seen in the previous game, I don't know if it's still possible, I have to test this out, but you used to be able to hit the home button. As weird as that sound, you can be playing online against someone, PvP match by the way, and you can just get, it's either you won, you're destroying your opponent. Then next you know, this guy decides, hey, I'm gonna press the home button. This is one of the problems that persist on Xbox early on, where they can just press the home button and they can follow every combo. Okay, none of that stuff should exist in this game. Okay, we're in new gen. We are leaving the old consoles behind, so there shouldn't be anything game breaking like that. Okay, I gotta check to see if they made that change, but those things shouldn't exist. So that code should be top priority. I'm not gonna go too much more into that. Maybe that's for another video. But lastly on my list is customization. Customization. You guys gotta release the shackles on us. Release the shackles, okay? I get you got paywalls as far as TP medals on certain things, okay? That's kind of y'all thing with the game, okay? I'm not here to debate about how y'all market, how we play and obtain things too much. But let us have creative control of what we put on in the colors of those outfits. Even on accessories, let us have it, okay? Like, let us just have fun. This game goes really hard on this customization, but it definitely could be way better. And I know it's kind of common practice to prioritize money, but if in the base game, at least allow us to have a way. Let us be unique. I shouldn't need to install a mod to feel unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already been waiting 10 years for this, by the way. So you guys been waiting long enough and sending these ideas. Y'all been working on the game, I think, for the past 6-7 years, something like that. It's been planned for a while, so it should be easy, Dips. Release the shackles, okay? Just let us have fun. But this is where I'm gonna wrap up the video. I'm not sleeping on a rock no more, guys. I'm starting to get back into the groove of seeing my content and making it again. So if you like anything you've seen here, if you tell me what you guys want out of Xenoverse 3, Age 1000, whatever you know it by at this point. Comment down below. I will be there talking to you guys and whatnot. This is a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan. This is a lot more content as far as Dragon Ball gaming that I want to get into. But this is the first of many, guys. Welcome back to me, I guess. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. They're located in the description. And on the channel, hit that bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.